Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob Grams, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
That's right, boys and girls, you're listening to The ProBoh Show, and it's a podcast exclusive, and maybe if I take a day off the radio one day, you're hearing this way in the future. How are you doing out there, folks? A big hello to our wonderful live audience today. Wow, we have Tripsky, who's gifted a bunch of subscriptions to people. Thank you so much for that, Tripsky. We have Min until he goes for dinner. He abandons us for sustenance. Part-timer. We have Born to Iron Man, Chusky Trusky, Hartstead, Bea Urbanos, Nessa Fanessa. Did I say Tripsky? I did say Tripsky. Did I say Chusky? I did say Chusky. Guys, you all rock. And just apropos of nothing,
ProBoh approved.
You know, I'm appreciative of you all. How are you doing, guys? So you're listening to The ProBoh Show. 1 hour of news and weirdness. What do we have coming up in today's show? Let me tell you. In the second half of the show, I ask 100 humans to describe or to name something that is described as cheesy. We'll get into that later. And then we look at 2 former jail guards who have been sentenced for doing something. They've gotten in trouble for doing something. And if we have time, we'll also take a look at something that's happening on a remote island in Iceland. Yeah, there you go. But all that fun, friends, is for the second half of the show. Right now, we've in the first half, we've got an amazing unpopular opinion today. I did promise you we were going to get into the subject of lying, and guys, I have delivered today. I've delivered. We're going to do it. Today's unpopular opinion is white lies are better than brutal honesty. Oh. But, before we get to that, guys, I'm here, you're here. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world with tons of news today, friends. Tons of news today. Let's start with, do you guys remember in the early 2000s? In the early 2000s, everybody wanted to work at Google. And if you had a job, Google was the benchmark of how crappy your job was. At Google, they have masseuses that walk around and give people massages. At Google, you get your dental is included in your health plan. At Google, they'll give you 28 days paid leave. At Google. Well, my God, friends, how the worm has turned. I love the granny voice, says Nessa Vanessa. That is actually an impression of a real person that I once met. More on that later, maybe. Trisky said, "Oh Lord." So yeah, Google has cut down on employee laptops, services, and wait for it, folks. Wait for it. Here we go. Staplers. I'm not kidding. It's here in the news article. And staplers, grapadoras in Spanish, for multi-year savings. This is coming not so far away from when they've just laid off 12,000 employees, 6% of their staff, something like that. Screech, how are you doing, Bridge? Welcome. No, says Nessa Vanessa, not the staplers. Why are they using Isn't Google supposed to be the digital company? What are they using staplers for anyway? Just to shoot at each other. Let's be honest. If you work in an office, a stapler is 50% for securing documents and 50% to shoot at the person who works in the cubicle next to you. So maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. So, let's break this news down. This is coming from CNBC.com. Google's finance chief, Ruth Porat, I think that's the correct pronunciation, said in a rare company-wide email that the company is making cuts to employee services. These are big and multi-year efforts. Porat said in a Friday email, our company-wide OKR on durable savings. OKR stands for objectives and key results. So this is following more cost-cutting efforts. This is a weird thing, you see. Remember back in the 2000s, these companies were booming massively, run by young kind of hotshots, and now they're businesses. And the crippling truth of most businesses, they don't want to spend too much money on their employees. And God knows what's going to happen in the future now, ChatGPT, or as AI advances, and it's already so good at writing code, isn't it, folks? I actually wish that our friend Gandalf was here, because I did post a video in my Patreon. By the way, all the links I use in the show, they are included in all the show notes of the VODs that I post, the videos of the shows that I post in my Patreon. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Welcome, Bridge. So I posted a video there of a guy who made a very rudimentary platform video game. He had no idea of how to code, and he did it all through ChatGPT. And that's now. ChatGPT's been around like a nanosecond. Wait in 10 years' time what this thing is doing. Okay, so that's what's happening over there in Silicon Valley. Here's some exciting news, folks. A coherent radio signal has been detected from an alien planet, prompting hope in the search for life. You heard that correctly, folks? You heard that correctly. A coherent radio signal is being detected from an alien planet, prompting hope in the search for life. The most disappointing news headline I have ever found in my entire life. Because a coherent radio signal in this case is basically this radio signal comes from the planet's magnetic field. It's not like, hello, you're listening to Alpha Centauri FM. Welcome. I'm Blip Blap. Blip Blap approved. No. They are naturally occurring radio signals, but the fact that this planet has a magnetic field just like ours, there is hope there for the search for life. This is coming from a BBC News report, but I also found the same thing. Oh no, The Independent, my bad. And but I also found the same thing on CNN today. A coherent radio signal has been detected from an alien planet, suggesting it could be more likely to be habitable. The signal suggests that the planet has its own magnetic field, which is thought to be central to sustaining life on a particular world. So there you go. And more. I told you there was a lot of news today. This one a little bit on the sad side. Japan. We're going to Japan. Japan says that 1.5 million people are living as recluses after COVID. Wow. 1.5 million people is not a drop in the ocean, friends. People of working age in Japan are living as social recluses, according to a government survey, with about a fifth of cases attributed to the pressures unleashed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's a question to everyone in the chat right now, okay? Has your life, has your behavior changed from pre-pandemic to now? Is there anything you're doing differently? Do you find yourself more reluctant to going out? More reluctant to catch public transport? I'm interested in your opinions. Tell me in the chat, guys. Because it appears that in Japan it's been cataclysmic. Large numbers of hikikomori said they had begun retreating from mainstream society due to relationship issues and losing or leaving their jobs. The Cabinet Office said a significant proportion, 20.6%, said that their predicament had been triggered by changes in lifestyle imposed by the pandemic. And what is I am murdering this pronunciation. I'm sorry if you're a Japanese listener, my bad. Hikikomori classed as people who withdraw from society, spending all or almost all of their time isolated at home, account for 2% of the people aged between 15 and 62. That's sad. Has my life changed? Because I've asked myself this question. I did a little bit of looking inwards today. Has my life changed since the pandemic? I think it has. I was quite a lot more social pre-pandemic. And obviously now I'm alone. I think, usually after a breakup or after some kind of emotional turmoil, you kind of slowly get yourself out into the world again. And I am struggling, man. And I've been invited out to do things, and I am struggling to find the will to leave and to kind of enjoy sociability. Does that make sense? Does that resonate with any of you guys out there? Okay, let's see. An alien planet as opposed to... yeah, okay, good point. I mean, look, I didn't write the article, Bridge. Nessa says, yes, it has changed. Trusky said, not for me. My lifestyle is the same. Only wear mask in closed places. I'm starting to think I should be wearing a mask when I travel on public transport. I get on there and feeling comfortable. Then I see like 2 or 3 people wearing a mask, and I think, what do they know that I don't? You know what I mean? I didn't used to mind people talking over my food. Now I only see spit flying all over it, says Nessa. And yes, I am less social now. Fascinating. Yeah, me too. Imagine how difficult it was for like teenagers during the pandemic, especially those late teens, like 17, 18, 19, where you're doing all your socializing. Like imagine you turned 18 during the lockdown. I mean, that has to have a massive impact in your future. Has to. Interesting, says Tripsky. Yeah, today's stream sponsored by Tripsky, practically. How are you doing, sir? Not COVID, Rob. You're getting old. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the JOMO. You know what FOMO is, right? Fear of missing out. JOMO is the joy of missing out. Whenever I get into work on a Monday and people say, oh yeah, this weekend I went out, then went hiking on Sunday, I experience the bliss that is JOMO, the joy of missing out. Really, I hung out in my sweatpants and I ate frozen pizza, and it was glorious. Oh, anyway, let's continue. One last piece of news. Jeez, I told you it was a heavy news day. Oh my God, let me see if I can find it. Yes. The World Health Organization. Who? That's a little bit of acronym humor for you there. The World Health Organization, WHO. Infertility is a global health issue that affects 1 in 6 people. Are we talking about Spermageddon again on the ProBoh Show? Yes, we are. Yeah. Infidelity. Jeez, that's a Freudian slip, isn't it? Infertility is a global health issue that affects 1 in 6 people. The health organization says the findings show the urgent need to increase access to affordable, high-quality fertility care for those in need. Now, ironically, we reported on the show a few months ago. Oh, maybe it was even last year that we read a report together that demonstrated that men's sperm counts have been reducing all over the world at a steady rate over the last couple of years. However, here in this World Health Organization report, one of the doctors says we have no evidence that infertility rates have increased. And this is coming from a World Health Organization expert on sexual and reproductive health. So, you know, conflicting reports, guys. What do we know? So let's continue. This piece of news coming from El País, but the English version. Again, I'll post all these links in my Patreon. 1 in 6 people worldwide are affected by infertility. I almost did that Freudian slip again, guys. In their lifetime. That's according to the largest study to date on the topic, which was published Tuesday by the World Health Organization. In the press release to announce the findings, the World Health Organization said infertility was a global health issue that affected all regions of the world, showing urgent need to increase access to affordable, high-quality fertility care for those in need. Infidelity. Yeah. I know. That's some Freudian. That's me bringing my private life into the show. My bad. Yeah, interesting. I mean, this, you can understand why governments and the World Health Organization and everybody are interested in fertility and people. Remember, we read the news about China giving college students a week off to fall in love. Like college students need any encouragement, you know what I mean? But whatever. So yeah, because birth rates are falling all over the world. Like I don't know if I actually read this piece of news, but I read in Japan, by the year 2050, they're going to be at an 11 million worker shortage, a deficit of workers in the range of 11 million people. That's crazy. Those are the kind of numbers that brings a country to their knees. Incredible. Rob, you're hilarious, says the bridge. Oh, thank you. Nessa says, had to happen, nature is taking over. Yeah. We are fleas on a dog's back, basically. And the earth is going to shake us off. You know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to go to an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
What is an unpopular opinion? It is a brain fart, un pedo cerebral, a pedo mental. And I share it with you on my social media, namely my Instagram. If you want to interact outside the show, you can find my Instagram at Professional Bohemian. Or at Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés, vamos. Super easy. A planet full of grannies, says Chusky. Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? There are fewer and fewer people to pay our retirement. We're going to be working till the day we die, Chusky. Okay, so today's unpopular opinion is white lies are better than brutal honesty. White lies are better than brutal honesty. How are you doing, Emily? Welcome. Everyone's showing up to the chat, guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. So, let's break this down. Let's look at some, why don't we look at some pros and cons? White lies are better than brutal honesty. So in the pro column, protecting feelings. White lies can help protect the feelings of others, preventing unnecessary hurt or embarrassment in situations where the truth might be harsh or unkind. Social cohesion. Small lies can sometimes help maintain social harmony, allowing for smoother interactions and avoiding conflict. Encouragement. In some cases, white lies can provide motivation or encouragement, such as offering praise or support in the face of challenges or setbacks. And final point in the pro column is occasionally white lies can be used to maintain personal boundaries, allowing individuals to preserve their privacy without causing offense. I see that there's some comments there in the chat. I will get to them. Okay, here we go. In the con column, arguing against the point that white lies are better than brutal honesty. Trust erosion. So the breaking of trust. Even small lies can erode trust in relationships, leading others to question the truthfulness of future statements. That's a good point. Miscommunication. White lies can create confusion and miscommunication, potentially causing problems down the line when the truth is inevitably revealed. Okay, next, personal growth. Being brutally honest can help individuals grow and improve by providing them with accurate feedback, even if it may be hard to hear initially. And finally, authenticity. Engaging in white lies may hinder the development of authentic relationships, as honesty is a crucial foundation for genuine connections. Okay. Would you like to know, because I see all the comments coming in, this is how Instagram voted. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll add some suspense. Instagram said, press the wrong goddamn sound effect. Instagram said, true. 65% true. They would prefer some small white lies to brutal honesty. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Emily says, it is not. It's about how you package the truth. And Tripsky agrees with that sentiment. Chusky says, my brutal honesty has made me lose many friends. I'm better alone. Yeah, I mean, look, I've been known to be brutally honest, and the same has happened to me. Let's continue. Say someone makes you a handmade item you would use, but it's in a goofy color. So instead of saying I do not like the color, just ask them to make another one and ask them to ask to go material shopping. Okay, I get you. So instead of lying, I mean, that is kind of a mission, and a mission we have discovered is a lie. You know what I mean? You're not saying that you don't like it, and you don't like it. Let's continue anyway. Seek motivation elsewhere. The truth hurts, but never understood any kind of lying to be justifiable. Emma Lee, is that a lie? Okay, let's break this down. Okay, what are my feelings on this subject? It's difficult one for me to answer because I am personally a 50-50 split. I recognize that I'm a social. I live among other humans with their own life experiences and their own troubles and their own woes. And I have been the kind of person like a steamroller with the truth. Maybe not intentionally to hurt people, but hurt people I have. You know? For some people, the brutal truth is a weapon. And every now and again, a small white lie, a little omission of the truth, can save a lot of heartache and a lot of unnecessary suffering. But then on the other side of the coin, as I've said, I'm an honest person. You know, and I don't believe lying is justified. I've often said that I would prefer a painful truth to a soft lie. I would much rather know my failings or the failings or other people's opinions, no matter how harsh. Because as we said in one of the points there in the con column, authenticity is important. Like most of my relationships tend to be I have a very small group of friends, but very, very tight knit. And that's because I am known as a person who is a straight shooter, as we say in English, you know, honest to the point of it being a personality flaw. Now, let's see what people are saying. Personally, if I ask someone, does this shirt look good on me? I want the truth. I don't test people. There is no good answer to that question, Emily. The only good answer is yes. And even then the response is, you're just saying that. I don't mean it. Yes, I am just saying that because I don't want to go flying out of a 3-story window. So yeah, a white lie is a very, very small lie, or you could say maybe a lie of omission. But brutal truth, like you can be honest and then you can be brutally honest, and those are two different things. White lies are often better than brutal truth. Brutal truth signifying that you know you're going to do harm to someone with the words you're about to say. The worst kind of people in this world, friends, and I hate this when I hear it personally, even though at points in my life this phrase is applied to me. That's the way I am. That's the way I am, and you like it or not. Have you heard that before? I've heard it before. I believe in my youth I've even said it. Now, as an older person, I hear someone say, that's the way I am. Like me or leave me. All I hear is a person who is not evolving. They've stopped learning. You know, they feel that their sense of self is more important than being a cohesive part of society. Does that make sense? This is the way I am. is not as positive a statement as people think it is. Telling the truth, but again, packaging it kindly, in which case you agree with my point, right? Because brutal honesty is not a kind honesty. And would you not prefer a little tiny white lie than someone going out of their way to hurt you with the truth? That's the question here. White lies are better than brutal honesty. Brutal being the operative word. All right, guys. So that's the that's the vote. And I'm the chief idiot here. I'm not going to tell you what's right or wrong. You are going to tell me. I will post a poll in the chat, and our wonderful live audience will tell me: is a white lie better than a brutal truth? I think so sometimes, and that's coming from a person who values honesty. All right, my friends. Guys, so many things you could have been doing today. Instead of doing those things, you've decided to take the time to spend the time with me, and it means the absolute world. I will see you in a few minutes. Hey, guys. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show.
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ProBoh Show. If you're just tuning in, wow, you've missed a lot. Let me tell you, in the first half of the show, we looked at Google cutting down on employee laptops, services, and staplers. Dun, dun, dun. Staplers. What a random thing. Then we looked at the radio signal coming from an alien planet. That could be one of the indicators of life. Yeah, interesting. Oop, the vote has finished. This is cool. All right, thank you guys for voting. I will tell you the results of that in a second. Then we looked at Japan, saying there, a report saying that 1.5 million people are living as recluses since the COVID outbreak. That's kind of sad, man. And finally, we took a very quick look at a new World Health Organization report that said that infertility is now a global health issue. Yeah. All right. Interesting stuff. And then we moved straight onto our unpopular opinion, which was white lies are better than brutal honesty. As I said before, Instagram said 65% of them. That's actually changed since the first bit of the show. It's now 62%. But still, the vast majority of people said true. Because the operative word here is brutal honesty. I see a lot of you in the chat going, yeah, but you can be honest and kind. But that's not the question. The question is, you would prefer brutal honesty, the honesty that's designed to hurt you, rather than a little white lie? Or you'd rather intentionally hurt someone with the truth? I don't know. So let's check out where we were in the chat. My God, you guys have been doing great work here. I agree, says Tripsky, I think, with Emma Lee, who said telling the truth, but again, packaging it kindly. Always find something you like about the item they choose and then tell them why it doesn't work. But that is not brutal honesty, is it? That's not brutal honesty. That's just, being a nice person. Education is the point. Being kind, says Trusky, is the point. Nessa Finessa. But in general, people say that, Rob, usually give their opinion without being asked. Yeah, true. True story, Nessa Finessa. Yeah, because I made the point in the last part to say, typical of people who say, that's how I am. I'm a blunt person and I'm not going to change. It just shows a real lack of an ability to adapt and grow as a person. I hate that phrase. And I used to use that phrase myself until someone said to me what I just said to you. All that phrase does is demonstrate your lack of an ability to evolve as a human being. And it's sad. And upon hearing that, I was a little shook and kind of changed my mind on the issue. All right, let's continue. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, Ravdos, how you doing? Yeah, Tripsky gave away a load of subs at the beginning. That's it. Always be kind and you can't go wrong, said Nessa. I'm so glad that I could catch the podcast. It is a relaxing day where I can quickly get some housework done and relax a bit more before the tiny human gets back from his playgroup and chill with you guys. And it's a pleasure to have you here, Emily. Okay, let's continue. Instagram is a different animal. It is. I'm not going to give you shall I give you the results of the poll? Should we just do it? Should we just do it, guys? Why the hell not? Hang on, you have to give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So I asked all the people who are joining me live, is it true or is it false? White lies are better than harsh or what was the word that I used? Than brutal truths. Here we go. 52% of you, no, that's a lie, 75% of you said no. You would prefer someone to be unnecessarily rude than tell a little white lie. And that's surprising to me because, again, you're all liars. You're all liars. I'm sorry. I even am a liar. We're all big fat liars. I have 2 godchildren and they constantly, they're all, whenever they come and visit or whenever I go and visit, they give me a little drawing and they ask me if I like it. And I don't say, no, sweetheart, it's terrible. Santa Claus doesn't have 6 fingers. I say, wow, it's beautiful. Look at that. How ingenious. I'm going to keep this forever. Yeah, you know what I mean? If we're all going to pretend we're all 100% honest, I think we need to redefine what honesty is, right? If I were to say in that situation to these 2 young girls, actually, this is crap. Take it away until you learn how to draw. That would be brutal honesty. In its very different definition. There's no need to be honest in that way to these 2 young children who are doing something sweet and kind. Let's continue. Sick of lies, so I couldn't vote true, said Nessa Finessa. Yeah, me too, by the way, because lying has been a big touchstone for me in the last few months in my personal life. But I'll be honest, talking about this has kind of helped me out a little bit, helped me reframe it for myself a little bit. The Bridge says, I am of your opinion. I know too many brutally honest people that come across as cruel. Oh, Bridge.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
It's the stamp of approval, exactly. Okay, let's continue. If you can't handle the truth, sucks, says Tripsky. I agree with you, Rob, says The Bridge. Someone does. Only one of you. I did that too, says Emily. Nessa Vanessa, I had to tell someone I really love they stuck. They stuck. It was so hard. She was so grateful. Stunk. Oof. Ouch. Yeah. Difficult. But I bet you weren't rude with it. I bet you weren't brutally honest. That's the difference. We need to draw a real line here between what's honesty and what is honesty and what is brutal honesty. Tripsgate, okay, you got me there. Dude, we tell a million lies every single day. I know we all value the truth, but let's not pretend to be Puritans here. We are all a bunch of liars. Embracing that, understanding it, and just trying to tell us, just understanding that, just in the name of social cohesion, it's expected to lie. When my cousin's kids are saying, oh, Santa's coming this year, I don't say, no, Santa's, Santa doesn't exist. Grandma died. She's gone to heaven. No, she hasn't. She's worm food. You just don't say things like that. We're social animals, and little white lies are the glue that keep us all together quite often. Rob and I have evolved. Exactly, we've evolved. Me and you, Bridge. Me and you.
ProBoh approved.
Although I don't feel very evolved right now. I told her because I love her, or should I let her go about smelling bad? I was brutal, but kind expressing it. Well, that is not brutal. If you're being kind expressing it, you're not being brutally honest. You're just being honest. I remember I had to tell a colleague we were filming. We were filming a show that we later sold to some clients at work. And he used to come into the studio dressed just terribly. Like with kind of like I dress. And we needed we needed him to look professional. And I sat him down and I said, look, well, let's call him Jack. His name wasn't Jack. I said, look, Jack, you're looking kind of disheveled. And, I dress like you dress. And for me, it's not a big deal interpersonally or going to the pub. But for the show, I need you to kind of dress in a bit more of a formal way. I wasn't particularly kind, but I wasn't particularly cruel either. I could have said, dude, you look like a homeless person. Put a comb through your hair. But I didn't. I wasn't brutally honest. I was just honest. So there you go, guys. It is me still arguing, and I've already lost. Guys, you are the bosses. You said 75% false. Much better a brutal truth than a white lie, and I respect it. You guys win. Well done. Even though we're all liars. There you go. As Dr. Gregory House said, everybody lies. Guys, and on that note, let's go to 100 humans. Okay, my friends, it was a long walk to work today, and on that walk, I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them all a question. Today's question was to name something that gets described as cheesy. Okay, for our Spanish listeners, because I know we've got a fairly even split. For the Spanish listeners out there, or the Spanish people who are joining me live in the show tonight, cheesy can be kind of cursi or terra, can be kind of, cursi or terra, cheesy. Or it can be con mucho queso, with a lot of cheese. Okay, so cheesy could be in two different ways, right? Cursi or terra. Well, maybe not even cursi. If you've got a better translation for cheesy, I'd be open to hearing it. Nivelazo says Nessa Finessa, thank you so much.
¿Será posible? Vaya nivelazo.
God, I did it in Spanish. Did you hear me? Thank you. You have to tell me when I deserve a nivelazo, because I don't know, obviously. Okay, where were we? Are we still talking about... but I think it goes down to being or not being honest. A little honest or a lot honest, for me, doesn't exist. I mean, that's a fair point as well. Honesty is about telling the truth, not about your opinion, says Chuske. Okay, another excellent point. You both get.
ProBoh approved.
Nowadays, expressing feelings, says Tripskate. Yeah. I mean, look, especially today when everyone seems to be made of glass and they're getting offended over everything. I don't know. We live in a fun society right now. Okay, so something that can be described as cheesy. Which can either be cheesy as in, a little bit lame, or something that contains or uses a lot of cheese. All right, let's see. We have some answers. All right, Bello Urbanos, flowers. I think she means receiving flowers. Oh, come on, it's cheesy. That's old. I don't need flowers. Cheesy. Is flowers there? Sorry. Good answer. It was a good answer, but it's not there. Emily says, movies. A movie could get described as cheesy. True story. Cheesy. A movie. There's a movie there. Well done, Emily. It's the second most popular answer, with 21 of 100 humans saying a movie. Okay, Nessa says proposals. So a proposal that happens in front of a lot of people. Dude, which is just bad taste, isn't it? That's like putting extra pressure on someone to say yes. Don't dig that, man. I don't like it. All right, so proposing in front of a lot of people. Is it there? Wah, wah, wah. No, it's not. Emily says pickup lines. Pickup lines. In Spanish, I think you'd say frases para ligar, maybe. Pickup lines. In English, in British English, we say chat-up lines. I'm pretty sure I deserve a nivelazo for that, but I'm going to wait until someone writes it. Okay, so pickup lines. A nivelazo again. Thank you.
Vaya nivelazo.
Okay. Is pickup lines there? Chat-up lines. Frases para ligar. Is it there? Yes, it is. Emily running away with it today with pickup lines. Pickup lines is the 6th most popular answer. Well done, with 5 of 100 humans saying that. Okay, so far we have movies and pickup lines. Okay, Tripsky says nachos. Nachos can be cheesy if you get them with cheese, obviously. Are nachos there? No. But I like where your head's at. You're close. You're getting close. Okay. Chusky says cheesecake. Cheesecake. Is it there? Not really. And to be honest, does cheesecake really taste of cheese? It tastes more creamy, doesn't it? Yeah. Emily says potatoes. Emily channeling her inner Irish person. It's potatoes there. Okay. Let's see. Bea Urbanos says pizza. Pizza. Something that gets described as cheesy. Is pizza there? Yes, it is, Bea. Well done. Bea, with 40 of 100 humans saying pizza, it's the number one answer. Oh my God. Out she stepped out of nowhere while everyone was struggling with the number one answer. The bridge says, I love your pronunciation of ligar. Is it bad? Does it sound terrible? No nivelazo for me. Okay, so guys, you've got 4 more to get. Do you need a clue? Okay, let's go for the 7th most popular answer. I'll give you a clue. Usually, it's hard to give you a clue with these. It's hard to give you a clue. Fondue. Oh my God. That is a great answer, but sadly, it's not there. But good call, Bea. Okay, let me give you a clue. You know, at weddings, people will dance. What are they listening to? That is way too obvious a clue. Chusky said, my first thought was pizza, but I thought it didn't have anything to do with cheesy food. Yeah. It can either be something with a lot of cheese or something that's, a little lame, a little kind of old school, a little kind of passé, cliche. There's tons of things that get put underneath the umbrella of cheesy. Okay, Bea says the newlyweds dance. Or the slow song, says the bridge. You know what? I'm going to mash those together and say, yeah, why the hell not? Something that this gets described as cheesy. Music, man. There's so much music that is cheesy. Rick Astley is never going to give you up. Cheesy, come on. Cheesy music. All right, that's the 7th most popular answer. Okay, let's continue. Okay, in America, they would eat one of the simplest meals, comes in a can. Mac and... Oh, wait. I've just given away the answer. What does the Mac in mac and cheese stand for? Not Big Mac. Come on, guys. It's been a long day, guys. Come on. Macaroni, says Tripsky. Yeah. That was a fail. Rob, I get her. But Tripsky gets her. Well done, Tripsky. Macaroni is there. Okay. All the food answers, friends. All the food answers have gone. All the food answers have gone. Pasta, says Bea Urbanos. Well done. Macaroni, says Emily. Well done. Baked beans. Not there, Bridge. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, guys, you've got 2 more to get. Your dad will tell these. And it's the worst example of these things. Oh, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? Something that could be described as cheesy. Bea Urbanos and The Bridge both say jokes. Jokes. Jokes there. Well done. Oh, God. Killing it. That was barely even a clue. Is it me or are my clues getting more and more obvious every episode of the ProBoh Show? Okay, and there's one last one, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's hard. I have never heard this described as cheesy before, but it's what the 100 Humans said, my friends. So here we go. This is the opposite of a frown. Something that can be described as cheesy. The opposite of a frown. Let's see what people are saying. I previously stated jokes could be cheesy like 5 minutes ago. Tripsky. My bad, man. I missed that. Macaroni. Dude, jokes can be cheesy. I've just seen it. Tripsky, you get an extra. Well done. Okay. So, Bea Urbanos, The Bridge, and Tripsky all say a smile. There's a smile there. All right, guys, well done. We have to dip into the clue closet there for a second. Let's see what people are saying. Switzerland isn't there. Fancy that. Yeah, no, Switzerland wasn't there. Sorry, I saw that one and I missed it too. I know wrong lyrics, but you get the gist, says Emily. Chicken wing, hang on, wait, what's this? Chicken wing, hot dog, and macaroni chilling with my homies. I have no idea what that song is, Emily. Well, Rob, your clues are the answer. How can we not get them? Exactly. I did a bad job today with 100 Humans. But you know what we're going to do, guys? We are going to go through the entire list. Why the hell would we not? Let's go. Are you ready, 100 Humans? I asked 100 Humans to name something that gets described as cheesy in position number 7. We had music. In position number 6. We had pickup lines. Frases para ligar. In position number 5. We had macaroni or pasta. Can be described as cheesy if it has a lot of cheese on it. In position number 4. A smile. Dudes, I don't understand that. Is a smile cheesy? Can we not even smile now? What's cheesy about a smile? I don't know. In position number 3, we have jokes, as most of my jokes are described cheesy. In position number 2, we have a movie. That movie was so cheesy. It was really predictable. Ugh, cheesy. In position number 1, we had pizza. Congratulations, Bea Urbanos. She just came out of nowhere with that answer. It was amazing. All right, friends, on that note, we are going to go to Complete the News.
Complete the news.
Whoop. You weren't allowed to see that. No spoilers. All right, friends, Complete the News. How does this work? It's very easy. Okay, what we do is I give you a news headline, un titular. But I'm going to leave off some important information. And I will give you 3 possible answers, A, B, or C. If you were one of the many people who are watching the show and you're too nervous to type and participate, this is your moment. Because all you have to write is A, B, or C. All right, here we go. First piece of news. 2 former guards, so guards in a prison, okay, the guys who watch the prisoners. 2 former guards are sentenced. So they've been in court and they're in a lot of trouble. They've been sentenced for using blank to punish Oklahoma County jail inmates. They've been using something to punish the prisoners. The question is what? 2 former guards are sentenced for using blank to punish Oklahoma County jail inmates. But what is it? Is it A, baby shark? Is it B, spanking? Spanking is, if a child's been naughty, you'll spank him on his bum. Or if you're a businessman, you pay people to do it to you. Spankings. You get it, guys. You get what spanking is. You're old enough. Or is it C, the viral Wednesday Addams dance? Athotar. Thank you, Nessa. Athotar. Spanking. Nalguiar. Wow, that's too many vowels in that word. Beurbanos. Nalguiar. Too many why do you need all those vowels? 3 vowels in a row. My mouth wasn't made to make those sounds. 2 former prison guards sentenced for using blank to punish prisoners, to punish inmates. Was it A, baby shark, B, spanking, or is it C, the viral Wednesday Addams dance? So the Wednesday Addams dance, the one that's on TikTok. You know the one. Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of answers. Okay, so I'm going to... we've got a tie between A and C. I will salute the bridge for being the only person to say B. You've been a bad boy. Come here. Get on my knees. Smack, smack, smack. Who knows? Maybe that's not even a punishment. Maybe that's a reward. I don't know. Okay, so... it's a tie between A and C. Doesn't look like we're going to get a tiebreaker. Let's see if you're correct. Here we go. Drum roll. I wish I could hit the right sound effect tonight. I just got back from not knowing what's going on. I will say A. Okay, A. Baby shark. That's your answer. Let's get a drum roll. Two former prison guards are sentenced for using baby shark. Well done. Guys, you did it. I don't know how you got that one. Yeah, 2 former prison guards are sentenced for using Baby Shark, the song Baby Shark, to punish jail inmates. 2 former Oklahoma County jailers have pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor cruelty charge for forcing inmates to listen to Baby Shark as punishment. There you go, guys. Oh my God, what a show, my friends. No, don't sing it. Now it's in my head. Bea says, I have a toddler and I feel punished every day many times. All right, my friends, that's all we've got time for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'll be back again tomorrow for the last show of the week, so please come back. Friends, it's been an amazing show today. Thank you so much for coming. So many things you could have been doing today, but instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world. See you soon, guys.